reason I mentioned that is to go off of what you said, Steve, is that it really does come back when we were talking to some of the voters and they're like, I hate telling you guys this because it shouldn't be this way, but getting groundswell kind of support from people, like, respectful, excited support actually makes an impact. And that actually really kind of stuck with me because I've heard some things before that sometimes, either they can get kind of annoyed or you don't, be respectful, you want, there, but it was pretty crazy hearing from an actual current voter that's on the, again, Pro Football Hall of Fame kind of committee say that just, again, really emphasizes what you were saying and what we're trying to
Yeah.
do.
There is influence when, the fan base and the organizations really get behind a certain candidate. And I think that's one of the things, one of the questions I did ask Chuck, if the Vikings organization has ever supported a push for him to be in the Hall of Fame. And at least according to Chuck, no, they have not. So
Mhm.
what I would challenge our fan base is to be loud
Yep.
about it, gain the attention of the Vikings organization to hopefully we can get their PR behind Chuck Foreman this year. Uh, Same with Jim Marshall. I know some of you out
Mhm.
there are pushing for Jim Marshall as well, and I think we can push for them both. But be loud about it. Make sure that the Vikings organization hears what us as fans think is a travesty and that it
Mhm.
should happen. But we have to make sure that Canton hears us. And the only way to do that is to make sure that we're loud as a fan base, get the organization involved, help support, efforts by Sports Legends USA and School Marketing that are trying to also help make that push for sports legends like Chuck Foreman. So we need to make sure that we're loud about it, guys. We got to
Yep.
get involved if we want to help make this happen. Help me, help Ben. Let's make the push for Chuck to be in the Hall in 2027. So there's that senior committee. He has an opportunity to get in through that, and he made it. I think to the final, if I'm remembering right, final 32 or
Yep.
16 on this last round.
Yep.
Um, and we
And
just
just so you guys know, is that is the farthest he's ever gotten because we started doing this. And so it's not just me, it's not
mhm.
just, again, with Skull and Sports Legends or whatever. We kind of put some of this stuff together, but it actually has been, it's been super cool to kind of see people pushing it out there. And just that, again, amount that we were able to do got him as far as he's ever gone kind of, again, before. And so that's what I would, like you were saying, Steve, would encourage that. What I
Yeah.
also like to kind of mention too is, look at the video that we put together. You can find all of this on actually Chuck Foreman's website, chuckforeman44.com. And so in looking, again, you can share some of the screenshots, you can share the video, you can share, we actually put a packet together, all of that type of stuff, again, there. Because one of the thing that, you mentioned too, Steve, is again, as the years go by, sometimes there are some of these older players that get hurt with comparisons to that. Well, we all know, back then there were 14 game season, there were 16 game seasons. Obviously, again, just the way that you ran the ball or caught the ball is just again different. So it's like, you can't necessarily just look at everything at face value and compare Chuck to LaDainian Tomlinson stats right there. Like Chuck always likes to kind of say is that you should almost compare every decade amongst itself a little bit with some variance, of course. But that's why I get into that. That's why I kind of get into the whole thing of like that impact. But beyond impact, there were some clear stats. You still need stats to get into the hall, and
Right.
Chuck has those.
He absolutely does. So I think the biggest component is getting behind Chuck, getting our voice loud, and I think we can get there. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is obviously, we have training camp coming out, and you're a huge Vikings fan, and I think those that are anyone that's watching this can hear and feel the passion coming out of Ben as well too. So it's always and that's part of why I love doing podcasting like this is and it's connecting with other Vikings fans, writers, players, whatever it may be, and having the opportunity to talk to someone like you, Ben, who's obviously a gigantic fan